Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for another match tonight. We're going into the Challenger League. We have Dissolved versus Venom. Your boy Psychonautic is in the booth to bring that play-by-play action to your homes. And I'm joined in the booth by the director of this whole thing. Rockerman, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Psycho. We've had some crazy matches on the night. I mean, 2 Game 7s, a reverse sweep in a best of 7 in the first matchup, and then another Game 7 overtime. I mean, the matches have been anything we could have ever dreamed for. And like Vega said, the playoffs just keep getting better and better every season. Somehow they find a way, and they just keep providing.
Yeah, I agree. The matches so far tonight have been absolutely crazy, and hopefully Venom versus Dissolved will be just as crazy and just as content packed and Rocket League fueled for all you viewers. And I know we are running behind a little bit, so we're going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. I think we got a player in the bathroom, but Rockerman, we got time to talk about these teams during the match, so let me get through the meat of it all. What is your caster prediction? I know everybody wants to hear it on this game.
Ooh, I want to hear a prediction from me. I'm not sure what I'm thinking here. I pulled up the bracket real quick that everyone can look at before I give my prediction. I mean, there have been a crazy upset by Venom there to get him to this point as the A seed over Ascension. It's all 4-0 sweep. Both these teams in unexpected ways getting here. Psycho, I think it's going to be a close one. I'm actually taking Venom, the 8th seed in this one. I think it's going to be a close one. I've got another Game 7 on our hands, and I think it's going to be Venom just squeaking it out.
Yeah, it would be an interesting one. Flame Intruder trying to start things off for Dissolve. Flame Intruder comes back for another one, but again, can't get it through. Crow gonna send it past one of the defenders. Crow trying to get it, but it hits the backboard. Britain is there to clean it up, and Dissolved unable to make the stop.
Yeah, a nice one here is you see the offense. This is what Venom is known for. They're known for their offense, known for being aggressive. And that one, a little bit of a slow roller, if you will, as that one finds the back of the net. But able to start out first, and that's always a good way to get your playoff jitters out of the way. You still get them every time. I know I did, Psycho. Even all the way through the playoff run, you still get playoff jitters. So it's good to get that first goal out of the way.
Yeah, that's true. I have dealt with that many times myself, and I know personally I still even get the stream jitters on the first game, even having played several times and being a caster, but still just, when you're there, it's like all the adrenaline's rushing to you. So, oh my goodness, Tyler trying to get the musty, but not able to. Crow gonna keep the pressure for Venom. Britain can't get it through as Rio's gonna send it out. But I gotta say, Rocker Man, Dissolved, even though they haven't been able to get much going so far, they are looking pretty solid. I think that it might just be a matter of time before they find their groove.
Yeah, and I think really, despite being the 4 seed, I think Dissolved is a huge underdog in this one. I mean, they're an underdog org, KN's org. They haven't had a lot of success in many Nemesis seasons, but this season I will say KN has built some great teams. And this Dissolve squad, they snuck through, won that highly contested Mountain Division. Actually, I think it's the Pacific Division. Excuse me, the highly contested Pacific Division, and then pulled a crazy upset. So I think people are really sleeping on Dissolved here, but I think it's going to be a very close one.
Yeah, because just as Dissolved... Oh, Dissolved gonna find that aspect, able to put one in and catch Venom with their pants around their ankles.
Yeah, there's RL Aspect as he just comes and throws it into the net there. No one back on the defensive end, and that's one thing. You can get Venom on the overcommits like RL Aspect did right there. A nice little play, able to tie things up.
Yes, it was. 3 minutes left on the clock. We'll see which team perseveres here and which team cracks. As Crow makes a touch off of the backboard of Dissolve. Tyler not able to get to it in time as Flame Intruder sends it away. Britain putting it back off Dissolve's backboard. Crow's there, and he's going to slam it home.
Crowway coming up huge. He is a shooter, formerly known as Excel. You make a mistouch like that, and he's just going to find it right underneath the 2 defenders. A nice little shot there as he puts it in the back of the net. A scary player, and gives Venom the lead.
Yes, indeed, and we are reaching the halfway point here on game one. We're going to move into the second half. Crow in his own backfield makes the stop, but it gets bounced to the mid again. Flame trying to get it through, but not able to. Aspect being a bully, just causing problems. Rio's there. He's going to take the shot. He gets it through Crow, and he ties things up for Dissolved.
Yeah, nice little play here. RL Aspect again. He is the man that it seems like so far in this first part is going to be the one to watch for. And then Rio, he was actually the man that we all saw in their last game where they swept Snowstorm. He was the man that was popping off. And there he is on the offense once again, a Nemesis veteran finding the back of the net. And he's looking forward again, and he finds it. Another one there as he finds his second goal there, giving Dissolve the lead.
Oh my, and he is popping off, taking the control of that in the midfield and then taking advantage of Venom's miss in their corner and just, wow, just putting it in. You love to see it. It's probably the new socks that supposedly, according to him, he wears a new pair of socks every game day.
Yeah, I think we actually interviewed him about that after the last one where he talked about his new socks. And hey, I respect the tradition here. Maybe it's a little bit of superstition, but hey, you know, whatever works for you, as this one almost shot it on the net.
Exactly. Whatever gets the W's, as long as it's not cheating, of course, we are good with it. As Crow gonna find yet another goal for himself, one away now from a hat trick.
Yeah, and Crowe just coming in big here, a nice bigger shot in Rio. He just can't quite react to that one. It's perfectly placed, a speedy one on the bottom of the net. And I was like, in this game already, we have 6 goals in, you know, what is that? Just over 3 minutes, and these two teams are firing out here in game one.
Yeah, this is pretty insane. Though, you know, sometimes you see this, and I'm interested to see what we'll see in game two. I just said the word see a whole lot. Tyler, we just saw him get the goal to put Venom up by 1.
A huge miss on the backboard, and another speedy one where RL Aspect can't get to it. And Venom, they're finding these quick shots, quick pace in the back of the net, and they're capitalizing their opportunities. And yeah, good start in this one. And now the 7th goal has been scored. Something tells me we may just see an 8th before all things are said and done.
Yeah, I think that would be a good bet. As Crow's going to put one on, but Flame Intruder able to get in front of it, make the stop. Rio trying to get it out. Flame Intruder almost finding a pinch with him, sent on net, but it was stopped by Viper's defense. Aspect not able to find his touch, but Rio does, but it doesn't get through Venom's defense. Flame Intruder getting up, trying to find the pinch with RL Aspect, but they don't, and it gets sent out. Britton trying to get a redirecting touch from the midfield. Tyler missing his touch off the sidewall. Rio sends it down to Venom's corner. Britton out of the corner. Crow trying to follow. This ball's dangerous as Rio puts it off the backboard. Tyler taking it away, but Flame keeping the pressure for Dissolved here. The last 30 seconds of the game, Rocker Man, and Dissolved trying to pull all the tricks out of the bag here.
And they're really trying, and they came so close and so many times, but they're really only going to have 1 or 2 opportunities here, and they got to make the most of it as they're making saves on the defense like that.
Oh my goodness, Flame coming in clutch. Tyler putting one in, though. Some good awareness from him.
Yeah, nice little play out here. I mean, Crowe, these guys can find their passing plays, and Tyler with a huge redirect, and Rio just unable to connect on that one. And there's the 8th goal of the game. Venom all but securing this one, unless we see some late second shenanigans.
Yes, and it has been quite the intense game here as we wind down the last seconds of it. This game all but going to Venom at this point, as the ball only has to drop. There you have it, Venom. Gonna take the early momentum in the series and win game 1.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a huge performance there from Venom. Just able to come out here, and I mean, both these teams, Psycho, just firing on all cylinders, really. And sometimes you don't see that in the first couple of games of a series. Sometimes you see these teams come out flat-footed, but it was not the case in this one, as these two teams just finding the back of the net on pretty much every occasion that they were given.
Right, and that's one point that I tried to bring up during the match before getting shut down by a spectacular goal. But sometimes you see the teams do this. They come out first match just guns ablazing, full sweat, but then second game is just the complete opposite. It's like dead. It's like crickets. These both teams just playing defense, not wanting to give an inch to the other.
Yeah, and I as well is very curious to see what is going to happen in this second game because, like you said, there are times where these teams can just go right back into nothing. But in my opinion, is a shot's going to go in. I would just want to say that I do not think it's going to be that way. I think they're going to keep firing. And Crowe, he proves me right here, winning a kickoff and then just throwing it into the net. What a speedy play from him, and a great start for Venom.
Yeah, 3 seconds gone by before Venom bags their first goal with their early aggression. As you pointed out, the player formerly known as Excel on his P's and Q's getting down the field, able to take advantage of a good kickoff. Britain trying to get it in front of Dissolve's net, unable to. Crow going to take another shot, but it's wide. Flame there to send it to the side. Flame coming off the sidewall, trying to get it cleared out. Aspect helps him out. Aspect on the sidewall, 50s with Crow. He's going to follow it off the backboard, but Britain is going to clear it out to the mid. Rio with the touch to the side, gets it over Crow. Tyler's up. He beats to the ball. Only one to beat. Flame Intruder gets the touch to send it out. But Britain trying to keep the aggression for Venom. Almost a minute gone so far. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock. Tyler's going to send one all the way down. Rio making the stop there. Britain trying to keep it going, but it gets popped over Crow. And we're going to see Dissolved have a shot at some offense here. And Rockerman, wow, Venom not letting up. Oh my goodness, the double comes out. Are they going to get punished? No, Britain is back. He's going to keep it safe.
Oh my goodness, that one that was very interesting play as they almost collide to find a goal. But that's one thing that Venom has to be careful of. It's those double commits. That's how they can potentially lose games. They're super fast, but if those double commits continue to come out, Dissolve can capitalize on them. As that one almost a huge attempt there, and RL Aspect trying to follow it, but it's cleared away, and Venom right back on the attack now.
Yes, they are. And there you have it. As soon as these guys go on the attack, you know they're going to make something of it. Crow getting his second goal of this game.
And just a nice little pass, just too quick on the counter as Dissolve, they sold out for that last goal. And Crowe, he makes them pay on the other end.
And I got to say, it's never a good thing to sell out, I guess, unless you get paid for it, which Dissolve did not get paid in that transaction. But they might right here. Crow able to keep it out from in front of Venom's net. Britain gets it past one's going to follow, gets the second touch, but Aspect's going to catch in his corner. Aspect to follow, misses his second touch, down to Flame, gets it past one in the midfield. Crow takes it from him. Crow looking to get fancy, but he's going to get bodied by Flame Intruder. Britain, though, going to take advantage and find the back of the net.
Yeah, Venom just coming out here, and Rio, he can't find the touch. Another mistake there that was really unforced as it just bounced off the backboard. Rio can't find the touch, and Dissolved, if they are going to want to be in this series, I mean, Venom, a strong team coming through the play-in tournament, taking down the number one Ascension in Game 7. This is a team, despite the seed, you gotta be scared of, but Rio, he's gonna answer back, and that's what you need to do to stop the bleeding.
And the Sox finally come out in Game 2, finally get Dissolved on the board. But will it be enough? 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. Dissolved still down by 2, but this is a start. We'll see if they're able to move forward with it, or if Venom's gonna shut it down. Tyler getting that block. Britain trying to put one on. His shot's awkward. It gets stopped. Rio gets it taken by Crow. Flame pops it up in Dissolve zone. Tyler off the sidewall. Britain's there, but it's sent away. Crow keeping the pressure for Venom alive as Flame sends it out. Tyler in the midfield to follow, but he can't beat Rio to the ball. Crow gonna put one on. Tyler's up trying to find the backboard read, but doesn't. And Aspect's going to send it out. Aspect trying to read Britain's touch. Crow sends it out to the mid. Tyler's there. He misses his touch. This could be dangerous for Venom. but Britton is able to get control in the midfield. Britton again following it, trying to be fancy. Rio with the easy save as the shot was not very strong. But Tyler's still trying to keep it going for Venom. They are not done. They are just putting on all of the pressure right now, Rocker Man.
Yeah, they really are, but there's a double commit could lead to some escape there. And Venom, they can have the sustained pressure, but one double commit opens things up, and the shot, oh my goodness, Britton on the goal line with a huge save. And just when you think Dissolve made him pay on the counter, just a glorious save. And Rio, he's coming back, looking for another one, but defense coming up clutch.
And Britton is unstoppable on the goal line. He's been doing such a good job this entire series of remaining a solid third man for Venom. Tyler gonna try and find one, but Rio able to stop it. But Tyler's there again. He said, "I'm not done."
He just kept going on this ball, and Rio makes a touch, and Tyler just swerves around and says, "Throwing that one, I'm throwing that one in the back of the net, and give my team a three goal lead once again." Now only a minute remaining in game number 2.
And that is the passion of a man that wants a championship. And this being the semifinals, Venom able to take a win here will send them into the grand finals. As Britton follows it off the sidewall, it bounces off Flame Intruder. This could be dangerous for Dissolved as the net was left open. Tyler's going to put one on, but Dissolved was able to recover and make the stop. Flame Intruder sends it out. Rio gets a blocking touch. Britton to put it up. Tyler's there. He's on it. He gets the touch, but it doesn't go in, and it gets sent away. 30 seconds left on the clock. Venom not relenting at this point. Rockerman, do you think it's even possible for Dissolve to hit this, or do they just need to move forward to the next game?
They need to move forward to the next game, and right now, Dissolve, they are panicking big time. There was a couple times where Venom wasn't even shooting the ball, and they were just double committing, and just Dissolve just making mistakes, and those mistakes cost them this game, and dropping down 2-0 in the series, not ideal, but there's definitely a chance to bounce back here, and we'll have to see if they can do just that.
Yeah, I agree. Moving into game 3, there's still plenty of time for Dissolve to do just that, but will they be able to, or is Venom already got all of the pressure, all the momentum on their side? Are they unstoppable at this point? I don't know, but I know looking back in history, Rockerman, earlier when Dissolved and Venom went up against each other, I think it was probably the second or third game of the regular season. Dissolved beat the mess out of Venom in a 3-1 best of 5.
Yeah, and they may have done that and dissolved. I think both these teams though have been. I mean, at the beginning of the season, completely different teams now, and Venom is probably the antithesis of that, as they just at the end of the season turn to something around. They're coming through the play-in tournament, locking themselves in as the A seed, and they have been super scary in this one. And now we're seeing Psycho. We got the tactical timeout coming through from Dissolve. So they're going to call it. I think they're sensing that they need to fix a couple of things here before we head into game 3.
Yeah, I'm not a huge proponent, or that's not the right thing to say. I don't really understand the tactical timeout. Like, I get it, but I don't understand when the best time to use it is, because I've seen some people use it early and I've seen some people use it late. But do you think this was smart of Dissolve? Do you think that they maybe should have waited till after game 3, or do you think this was like the perfect time for them to use it?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point there, as there is definitely debate on when is the time to use the tactical timeout, and really it's a kind of a gut feeling. You have to feel it in your gut, and you got to know what the right time is to use it. And honestly, I think this is a good time to use it. Really, the ideal time is to stop momentum when you're playing so bad that you need to take a breather, just settle in here, and refocus. And I think Dissolve, I think this is a good time for them, because right now Venom was kind of they started to walk all over them in that second game, and you do not want to go down 3-0. So I think Dissolve call a tactical timeout at this point. I think it's a good call. Now, if it was if it was a 2-1 series, if they would have traded games, then this wouldn't have been as great of a call. But I think because of the way the momentum was going, I think it was definitely a good call.
Yeah, and that's very true. We did see there in the second half, Venom really started to snowball. I mean, they've pretty much dictated the speed of the entire series, in my opinion. Dissolve barely being able to sort of form any sort of good offensive pressure, but we'll have to see here as their tactical timeout draws to a close and the players get onto the pitch to move into game 3. We're going to get directly into this action here. Britton off of the sidewall sends it down, trying to start things early, but misses his shot as it goes wide. Tyler keeping the pressure. Tyler's still there. No, he leaves it because he knows Crow is there to put it in.
Yeah, and this is not the ideal start for Dissolve. They still double commit out here, and Crow just a wide open net to shoot at. He's not going to miss those ones. And yeah, right now Dissolved. I was gonna say before this goal happened so quickly before I even would have a chance to give my input, but in this one, Dissolve, they really need to start out strong, and they really need to show Venom that they're here to play. And right now, Venom is just kind of feasting. They have all the pressure, and they're super fast. But Dissolve, they have to take advantage of the mistakes and the double commits that Venom will make because of their speed.
And so it seems so far in the first 30 seconds of this game as though the tactical timeout did quite little for Dissolved. We'll have to see how it plays out during the rest of the game. They are only down by 1. Plenty of time to get a goal, tie things up, possibly even 2. I'm sure they really, really desperately need a win. They don't want to go down by 3 in a best of 7 and be forced to win 4 games in a row, as that is quite the grave to dig yourself out of. Rio trying to get it going, but it does get cleared out. Crow missing his touch, leaving it for Tyler. Gets the demo on Flame in the net, but Venom unable to convert on this opportunity as Aspect gets the blocking touch, sends it back to his own corner where Flame can take it, but Tyler steals it from him in the midfield. Tyler to put one down, and he's there for the double. Is that a double? It was good.
That one, it works there as Tyler. He just follows this one. I count that as a double there as he comes down and throws it in, even before he hits the ground. So I'll count it on that one. And a huge play from Venom. And they are looking so strong right now, taking it to Dissolve at the moment. And they just seem like they can't be stopped.
Yeah, I agree. I do not envy any of these Dissolve players having to be in their shoes, or socks, I should say, as Rio tries to get one. Aspect gonna clean it up, get the first goal for Dissolved in this game. And did they even score last game?
I honestly don't remember, as this series has been crazy. The night's been crazy for me. A lot of games of Rocket League, but that one was a great play there, in that one to set things up, and finally Dissolve able to break through. And they need a little bit more of that action there, putting some pressure and keeping Venom away from their net. And that time Venom missed rotation and Dissolve capitalized on it.
Yes, they did, and we'll see if that gives them any confidence. It's looking like maybe not, as Tyler is going to not be able to get it in. Oh my goodness, Flame Intruder with a huge goal line save right there, keeping the score 2-1 in favor of Venom, but keeping themselves a little bit alive here. Man, Rocker, man, I'm actually on the edge of my seat.
The huge save, and somehow Dissolve still gets this ball out for a moment. I thought right after that they were still going to be suffocated, but it works out and they make a huge save on the goal line and keeping themselves in it. That's the type of plays you need to try to bring yourselves back.
As we enter the second half of Game 3 here, this most pivotal game for Dissolved, they're still down by 1. We'll see if they're able to make a comeback. Britton taking control of the ball in Dissolve zone, puts it off the backboard. Flame misses his touch, but so does Tyler. Britton is going to have an easy shot. Nobody from Dissolve able to get back in time.
Yeah, and here you see the panic. Flame Intruder just diving at that ball, trying to make a desperation touch, and it just kind of lets Britton take his time, turn around, shoot it on the net. And that's what a lot of pressure can do for you. When you are having continuous pressure and all of a sudden you don't for a second, the team just panics and you can take complete advantage of it, just like Venom did right there.
And Dissolve now in between a rock and a hard spot, as they have 1 minute 50 seconds to find 2 goals. Flame Intruder trying to get it going right there. Rio to send it out to the mid, trying to follow, but Crow clears it to the mid. Tyler is going to put one on, but Aspect pops it up. This is still dangerous for Dissolve. Rio missing his touch off the backboard. Flame getting just barely what he needed to keep a shot away from net. Crow going to put one off the backboard. Tyler to put it to the mid. Britain playing patient, and 50s with the dissolved attacker. Britain putting it off the backboard. Rio finds the touch to send it to the mid. Crow's awkward. He finds the touch, but he can't keep it away from Flame Intruder. Rio putting it down. We might see Dissolve finally get something here. Yes, Flame's going to put it on, and with a minute left, they only trail by 1.
Yeah, and this is some good plays. Finally, something working out in Dissolve's favor. Is that one a couple misses in the corner, maybe a fake coming out. There it is. It sets it up perfectly in Dissolve. They have some life here, but they gotta capitalize and find the back of the net one more time because they needed this game and they need it badly.
Yes, they do. We'll see if they're able to do just that. Rio trying to get it happening. And yes, Flame Intruder comes in and sinks the equalizing goal.
Yep, and just when we say they need to make it happen, here comes Rio, the playmaker in this one, and he picks up his 3rd assist, and Flame Intruder right on top of that one. Good speed from Dissolve, making some smart plays here to bring it back just when it seemed like Venom was dominating this one and might just walk away. Great battle back and great resolve from Dissolve.
Yeah, it really has been quite the uphill battle for them, and we'll see here in the last 40 seconds if they can force an overtime or even possibly score a goal, giving them, oh my, Aspect stopping that, giving them their first win of the series and a breath of life. Flame Intruder back to stop Britain's shot as it gets popped to the mid. Rio gonna 50 with Crow. It goes in favor of Crow, but Aspect gets control of it to send it out. Britain keeps the pressure. Flame Intruder following into Venom's zone, but doesn't get a good touch. Rio 50s with the Venom defender. Aspect sends it to the side as Dissolved is able to actually keep some offensive pressure here. Rio with the block trying to come out of the corner. Flame Intruder, they're not done yet. The ball is still up before we go into OT. Rio trying, but there you have it, OT in game 3.
It's huge, like we said, a huge battle back for Dissolve to get even back into this game to tie things up, and now overtime, a great opportunity for them to come out here, take this goal, and get themselves right back in the series with a win.
And we'll see how this transpires, how this plays out, and how long it takes for one of these teams to crack defensively. Flame putting it off the backboard. Crow can't get it past Rio, who keeps it in Viper zone, but it does get sent out. Crow missing his touch. Flame Intruder getting it past, passing it to Rio. This could be it. Rio's gonna find it and give Dissolve their first win of the series.
Nice little play, a great little infield. I guess it was just a touch pass off the roof, and that is a dime and a half there. Dissolved, a mega win for them in this series. They needed this game desperately, and they come up big, able to give themselves one game in this series now, and found some life.
Yes, and now KN can finally stop white knuckling his chair as his team is still in this, not going to get shut out by Venom. They are ready to move into game 4 and carry this momentum and see if they're able to bag a second win in a row, or if Venom can disrupt this streak that they may have found.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, a huge win for Dissolve. They needed this one, and now they get themselves right back in the series. Only down one game in this series, and if they can win this one here, head into Game 4 on Utopia Coliseum, it's going to be a very huge win, and they may just shift the series right back into their hands.
And we'll see if they're able to do just that, or if Venom is going to keep hold of the situation. Britain with a big bump right there, and Crow's going to get in and take advantage and get a goal in the first 15 seconds of Game 4.
And Venom there, you see a massive bump by Britain, sets it right up. Crowe coming through with the goal, and there's the aggression right out the gates. Venom, they haven't lost a step even after taking a punch in the mouth in the last one. They come back, start out with the first goal. They are going to keep their pressure, and they're going to keep being aggressive.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. They've shown us throughout the entire series so far. I think they've scored first on every single game, though I could be wrong about that, I think. So, if I'm wrong, let me know. Oh my, Rio trying, but Tyler is able to get there. Looked like Viper might have had a bit of a pinch save right there. Worked for him. Britton sends it all the way over. Rio sends it back to the mid. Flame puts it down for Rio to put it out of the corner. Flame was there again, but Britton took it from him. And Britton again going to take it from Aspect on the sidewall. Flame able to get in front of that one. Crow sending it off the backboard. Tyler putting it on, but it goes wide and hits post. Can't find its way through as Britton puts it off the backboard again. And we're seeing Venom start to get geared up here again as Crow trying to follow. Can't get it through. Rio will dissolved crack here, Rocker Man. Do you think they're going to hold strong? Oh, Aspect putting one on.
Oh, they're trying. They're holding on really strong right now despite that first goal, and they almost found some offense there. But we'll have to see. Venom is very strong as they pinch that one towards the and almost pre-jumped away. But wow, massive save, and now they're back on the counter attack and see if they can convert on offense this time. It's, oh my goodness, that one rockets off the car of a defender, and Rio ties it up.
Yeah, Rio coming down and getting the pinch off of Crow's car right there. 92 miles an hour. That was an absolute banger, and that's going to tie things up for Dissolved right there. Moving forward, 3 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock, and they are still alive and kicking and putting it out. Rio gonna backflip, though. Doesn't feel good, but he keeps control. It's popped up. Britton sends it all the way to the midfield. Flame sending it back, unfortunately, but Aspect's there to keep it in Venom's zone. Britton trying to get the clear. Britton gets the second touch. He's going to slow things down, trying to get it through Flame, but it's in the corner. Rio with the touch to send it to the mid. Flame going to 50 with Crow. Britton takes control. Britton coming off the sidewall. Finds one touch, but can't find anything else as Aspect's going to bat it down. But Venom's going to keep the pressure still. Crow with a big demo right there. Rio being forced to make a save. Rio with another touch, and Dissolved are starting to move. This could be dangerous, but Tyler sends it away. A little over 2 minutes left on the clock. These teams are tied up here in game 4. And I don't know, Rocker Man, it seems like Venom is still controlling the board here, but Dissolved are not giving up.
Yeah, and it seems like that way because Venom is so quick and making so many moves as Crow is looking for something there, but it's saved away. But you had Dissolve. Their attack has to be on the counter as that one almost won there, but Flame Intruder, he comes through. And again, the counter attack, it has to be their play style with how fast Venom is playing. And this one, an ideal performance off the post. Flame Intruder just there to snipe it through and Dissolve. Great counters, great goals, able to take the lead.
And the Rio Flame Intruder duo is starting to become a bit much, as they might have found a kink in Venom's armor. They've been able to put several of their pass plays through, which not only won them last game, but now set them up for the lead in this game as Britton makes the 50 stop. Crow having a 50 with Flame as well. Rio with the back pass. Aspect's there. Aspect sends it down to Venom's corner, but can't get it through Tyler as we see the double commit from Dissolve there. But the ball floats up in the air. They're not punished for it. Crow taking control, misses his touch off the sidewall, leaves it. Britton also missing his touch as Rio gets it past one of the defenders, but another double commit from Dissolved as the ball rolls up to the mid. Aspect's there to put it down. Not a good shot. Rio trying to take it off of Tyler, but it hits post, and we are under a minute left now in this game. Dissolved still in the lead. Rio and Flame again double committing there, but it seems to be working for him, Rocket Man. Oh!
Ooh, that was so close, but yeah, somehow they're just surviving here, and Venom is really trying to put on the pressure as they shoot again, but it's denied away, and they're starting to mount something here as they're trying to give themselves a 3-1 series lead.
And we'll see if they're going to be able to do it. Rio is downfield, but can't beat Britain to the ball. Last 10 seconds here. This is the last chance Venom's going to have to score. Crow putting a heater on, but Flame Intruder stops it. Tyler's up, missing his touch, unfortunately, as Rio only has to pretty much get rid of the ball. Crow's going to pop a last prayer up. Flame Intruder puts it down. Rio smacks it to the ground. Dissolved going to take game 4 and tie this series up.
Yeah, they tie it up. I mean, just to swing the momentum. And Psycho, you talk about, is the tactical timeout useful? You know, I have to say it. Look at it. Look at what just happened here. Dissolve. They go down 0-2. They come back. They use their tactical timeout, and they regroup. They regain. They battle back in that game 3, and then come out here and take game 4. I mean, just a huge performance. And now Venom, they might be feeling the same sort of way here as they have gone on and called the tactical timeout of their own.
Yeah, and it makes sense, you know. Venom takes 2, Dissolve takes the timeout, Dissolve turns around and takes 2, Venom takes the timeout. So if history repeats itself, then Venom wins the next 2 matches.
That's true. It may just be the case, but we'll have to see because Dissolve, the way they've been playing, I mean, it's been huge, Psycho. I mean, they've had a great battle back, and I mean that game, Croatia had 8 shots in that one, 9 shots total as a team. Dissolve only 3. And they win 2-1 here, so they make the most of their opportunities, shoot them in the back of the net when they need to, and like I referenced, their attack and their strategy here has to be on the counter attack. They can let Venom fire all these shots at the net, all these shots at the post, as long as they're making saves and getting ready to go on the counter. That's how Dissolve is going to win this game, and that's how they won these last 2 games.
Yeah, that's very true. And, you know, we've been saying it the whole series. Venom, very speedy, very aggressive. But we've seen, I know I have, and I'm sure you have as well, Rocker Man, seen many times where that sort of quality in the team actually backfires and it ends up being their worst enemy if their opponent can figure out how to take advantage of that.
Yeah, some days this aggression it's your best friend, and the other days it's your worst nightmare. As you know, we saw Venom, they were dominating, so close to taking a 3-0 lead, and now in this one, we're gonna have to see what they can do, what this timeout's gonna do for them, and hopefully for their sake, it kicks some new life for them, because I don't think they're playing particularly bad, but you know, as we head into game 5, a pivotal game 5, we're gonna have to see who's ready to come out and take this one.
Yes, we will. Crow putting one on and again trying to get the early aggression as we see Aspect get a double demo in his defensive zone. But Crow's already back at it. Crow almost getting fancy. Gets it under one defender but can't get it through Rio on the goal line. As Rio trying to get it through, but Britain takes it off of him and doesn't allow Dissolve to clear it. Aspect gonna finally get it through the midfield though. Take it off the backboard. Rio's there. He gets the shot. He tries to get the dunk on Crow, but Venom doesn't crack. As Crow sends it away yet again with the follow flame putting it back in, but Tyler with the booming clear. Rio comes off the sidewall to keep it away from, I almost said XL, Crow, but Venom not able to make anything happen off of that run. Tyler's going to send it back out. A minute gone now from the game. Neither of these teams having scored yet, Rocker Man, which I got to say is pretty strange. Feels weird.
It does feel a little bit weird, but I think in this one, both these teams understand how crucial this one is. The winner of this one puts themselves on match point, and it gives them a chance to go to the grand finals. And I think both these teams understand the change in momentum that's been happening all throughout this series, and I think they know one mistake could just spell disaster for them.
Yes, it could. With how close these games have been, I think it's a very arguable point that the first team that scores here may very well win, as we're seeing both of these teams play a lot more methodical in their defensive zones. But Rio with the big demo, not able to get it through Tyler, though. Tyler takes it from him. He's in the midfield trying to get control, gets it through Aspect, but can't follow. His Flame Intruder pops it over Crow. Britain with the 50, trying to keep the pressure for Venom. Aspect gets blocked by Crow, but Rio sends it down. And Dissolve, here comes Flame, putting one off the backboard. Aspect with the weak touch, but Britain misses. That's okay, as Tyler is able to clear that one away, and that was almost a disastrous play. Flame trying. That was almost disaster for Venom there, Rocker.
Yeah, and this game is so strange because I feel like Dissolve is actually the team that's just been so much more aggressive as they have an opportunity, but it's saved away, and they just have shot after shot as that one again going towards the net. But Dissolve, they are the aggressors in this game, which is very surprising. I'm not sure what was talked about with Venom in that timeout, but it seems like it's caused them to be a little bit more passive.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the move yet, as neither team has been able to score, but as you pointed out, you're quite right. Dissolve does seem to be the aggressors, which is different. Even the two games that they won, they weren't the most aggressive on the field, but they did make it work. We'll see if Venom's slower gameplay style is helpful for them, or if it's condemning, as Rio's going to try and take one. Tyler with the stop. Tyler following out of the midfield, but he gets pinched all the way across. Aspect's going to bang it down. Crow coming out of the corner, misses his touch. This could be dangerous. Flame going for the bump and net, but the ball goes far too high as Britton tries to get it out of his corner. Aspect keeps it in. Crow there to follow in the midfield, gets it past one, but Rio stops it on the goal line as Aspect can't get it through. Britton, Flame Intruder pops it up, going for it, but Crow takes it from him. Rio sends it to the corner. A minute left. Still, nobody scored. Britton almost able to get it through, but Flame with the big defense. Rio might have it, but Crow makes the stop, and these teams are just going at it, Rocker, man. They are going back and forth. So many dropped and close opportunities.
Yeah, they're really going at it, and right now Dissolved is, I don't know, Dissolved, I feel like they're playing a lot better. I just question the strategy from Venom as they're trying to force one through, but it's saved on the goal line. But I just feel like Venom, they're giving Dissolved a lot more space, and it's not working in their favor. I understand switching up the strategy, but it hasn't quite worked out yet. But still, 0-0. Both teams have a shot to win it.
Yeah, so while it hasn't quite worked out for him, it hasn't necessarily not worked out for him yet. And we might see it right here. Crow's in position. No, he messed up on the recovery just a little bit, but he's back for it. He's gonna find the bar down skis and get the win for Venom.
Well, it might be the win here for Venom. It certainly looks like a dagger here as he snipes it top right and down, and only 1 second, but hey, I don't know, Psycho. 1 second.
Oh, it can happen. Yeah, it could happen. You're right. You're right. I could have swore it said 0-0 right there, but no, it doesn't happen. Venom's going to take the win right there. They just kill the ball on kickoff. And there you have it. They're set up now. They're in match position. Dissolve has to win the next 2 games in a row.
Yeah, they do, and it's going to be a tough task because now the momentum maybe has shifted back to Venom, but really, I thought Dissolve played the better game in that one. I mean, the shot totals, it's 7 for Venom, 3 for Dissolve. Again, another strange one in the shot totals, but I don't know, Psycho. I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like Dissolve played a really good game that one. It's just it came down to one goal, one mistake, and Venom took advantage.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. I think that they played the best that they've played this series. I think they played better that game than they did in the 2 games that they won, just because they were much more assertive. They were still really strong on the goal line. They were much quicker to the ball. And I think that if they keep that up and if Venom stays slow, that we could see a different outcome here. We could very well see a game 7.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. If Venom continues to give Dissolve space, I think this time Dissolve will make a pay and start things out. Is once again we have a game number 6 on Forbidden Temple. Definitely a crowd favorite of the map with the craziness and all the things that happen on it.
Yeah, especially for a game 6. That is, it's arguably one of the best maps. I know it's one of my favorites to see on a game 6, and we'll see if the special Forbidden Temple makes anything kooky and crazy happen. As Crow is gonna find one through 2 defenders and start Venom off. 30 seconds gone.
Yeah, just a little bit of an error touch there from Flame Intruder, and unknowingly sets up the defender for or the the offender for a nice little shot in Venom after going nearly 5 minutes, well, 4 minutes and 59 seconds to be exact, without a goal. They come out with one and they come out with two as Tyler puts it home.
And we're seeing the aggression that we saw in the beginning of the series. Tyler coming in with a good cheat right there, catching Dissolved out of pocket, nobody back. And that is, yeah, that gives them the second goal, puts them up by 2. And that second goal came within 4 seconds of their first goal. So that is pretty commanding so far. A lot of time left on the clock for Dissolve to make something happen. This is a do or die situation for them. A loss sends them home for the season. Britton's there, and he's going to slot it past the defender.
Yeah, and Venom is really coming out now as they've got a third goal in a minute, in under a minute, as Britton just throws that one in. RL Aspect just unable to get to that one, and now this is very, very dangerous territory for Dissolved. But we saw from before Psycho is that they came back from a 3-goal deficit to win a game earlier in the series. So really anything is possible for Dissolved with the way the series has been going. And like I said, anything is possible to get to Forbidden Temple. So I'm not counting them out until we see 0 seconds.
That's facts. That's big facts right there, Rocker Man. And we'll see if that happens. Flame Intruder dangerously pushing the ball in front of his own net as he follows into the Venom corner, but Tyler gets the big slap out. Crow following it down. Aspect with the big save right there, keeping Venom from scoring yet another goal. Aspect again in his back zone. Crow putting one on, getting it past 2. Venom absolutely toggled right now.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe I might take my statement back about waiting until 0 seconds, because Venom is playing insane right now. A 4-goal lead here in Game 6. They're not having any of the Forbidden Temple shenanigans. They are taking the fight right to Dissolve, and they are putting a strong one here. And now, I mean, 3 minutes remaining. Dissolve have to break out. I'm not sure if they even have any shots on net, but yeah, they need to find something, and they need to get it going quickly.
You're correct. They have no shots on net so far. They lost a lot of steam, it seems, from their 2 wins. By Venom getting that win, and Crow gonna slot another one, getting the 5th goal and his 3rd, completing the hat trick for this game.
Yeah, and Venom is just feeling themselves right now as they just keep going and going, and 5 goals in under 2 minutes. I mean, they are just coming out and saying, we are taking this game, and we want to get a spot in the grand finals. And right now, you can't argue with them, as they just are commanding this Game 6.
Yeah, you cannot argue with them. I mean, 3 minutes is a lot of time left to play, but I'm not even sure if it's possible as Crow is going to come from behind and get another one. 6-0 now.
Yeah, Dissolve just so awkward, and that shot, of course, it flies over the defender as they have 6 goals now. I mean, at this point, Dissolve, just knowing that their season could possibly be over, I don't even know how you survive mentally like this. Is now you're playing a great team and you've gone down 6 goals. Things are very bleak right now for Dissolve, as they might have an opportunity, but they can't connect to that one even.
Yeah, I would have to say even myself that I would probably be mashing the forfeit button right now. Can I just please get out of this lobby? I'm done being here, as Tyler is going to get the 7th goal for Venom, put it in the top 90.
Yeah, another one here just pops up, and what else can we say? Venom is just they're just having it all right now. They're not gonna take it slow. They're gonna go out with a bang, trying to put maybe some fear into the heart of whoever comes out of the other side between Flame and Bishops.
And that is certainly the thing to do. They've been doing it their entire playoff runs, even in the play-ins. I believe they lost their first match, but then they've just been doing it dirty. Crow gonna get another goal. I think his 5th of this game.
Yeah, they're just showing everyone up here right now as they just keep going, and why not? When you're playing good, just keep going and run up the score. Maybe we'll see a Nemesis record on stream. I'm not quite certain of what that is, but I think it's around 10. So, and for it to be in a playoff game, this is definitely the playoff game record, I would say, for most goals in a game already, as they have 8. So, might as well add to it and see if you can continue to get in the Nemesis record books and send yourselves to the grand finals.
Yeah, and I mean, if they keep on the pace that they've been, they might be looking at 16 goals. There's still 2 minutes left, and they were able to score. Well, maybe not 16, but my math is bad. But definitely in the double digits. As Crow trying to get a little bit fancy there, Venom having that luxury of being able to just sort of play with the ball at this point as we see him triple committing and they just don't care anymore. Everybody just go for the ball at the same time, but it doesn't result in a conversion for Dissolved. I got to wonder at this point, Rocker Man, if you're on Dissolved, are you still playing seriously? Are you trying to finish this out? Or are you just kind of, I don't know.
At this point, you're just kind of there. They add a ninth into the back of the net. I mean, really, I mean, they know their series is over. They know their season is over. They understand that at this point in a 9-0 blowout. Right now, they're just driving around like, please get us out of this lobby and let us go on with our lives and look to next season.
I definitely don't blame them there. Haven't been in a situation myself. It's a tough pill to swallow. As Venom almost gets a 10th goal, sending them into the Dissolved almost scored that goal and ended the blowout, but they were not able to get it in as Rios takes it out of the corner. Flame Intruder was there, but Tyler was as well, makes the stop. Tyler trying to follow Crow with the touch. Crow can't get it in as it hits the post. The ball floats in the mid. Tyler getting the touch, sending it down to Crow's going to put it on Rio with the big save. And Rio, I was going to say it didn't give him his save, but it finally registered. That was his first save of the game. The last 20 seconds here, Rocker Man, it feels bad to watch.
Yeah, it's tough here, but I mean, Venom putting up a playoff record 9 goals here as they just come out and throw an absolute smackdown, and they send themselves to the grand finals here on the backs of a huge performance, and even as the AC, they are going to be scary as they're looking for a 10th just for the road there. Can they find it? No, they can't. They can't find the 10th one, but it doesn't matter. They take the series here. It's over for Dissolved and Venom. A huge performance as they come out and send themselves to the grand finals.
Yeah, arguably the most dominating performance that we've seen so far here in the playoffs. Venom just doing a stellar job of securing their spot in the grand finals. Dissolved having to go home for the season, but there's always next season, just like there is a next match after that. After this, we are running behind. So forgive me. We're going to cut straight through the pleasantries. I'm just going to tell you, Rocker Man, thank you for letting me be here and being here with me. That was a fantastic game.
Yeah, of course, and I appreciate the players being patient with it, especially Dissolved in Venom and Pinnacle and Reapers. That's the next matchup coming up after this break. Stick around; it's going to be a good one. You don't want to miss it. Tight League action coming up next.